Okay, I'm going to show you how the outdoor wood stove operates. You have your thermometer. You have your water gauge. It actually says add water. So this tells you when to add water. There are two marks. When it hits this lowest mark, when this hits this lowest mark, that's when water needs to be added. Typically I add somewhere in here. You don't want it much lower because you're running really low on water. So first thing you do when you want to open the door is turn on the light, which turns off the injection motor. This particular system is a sealed firebox that when it calls for heat, it adds air to the firebox, causes it to burn, and then when the thermostat says you've had the water's warm enough, it shuts the blower off and everything just smolders. Temperature runs between 190 and 160. That's the operating temperature. So at 190, it don't give it air. It gets 160, it shuts. It turns on. It makes it burn. So there's a safety on this door because with it smoldering, if you walk out here after it's went through a cycle and it's at 190 degrees or 195, that means the fire has just been shut off in here. The air, and if you open this handle and you give it air, it'll go poof, and fire come right out around this. So I always look at the temperature, and if it's below 190, I typically just kind of crack the door and feel it, and you just open it up. And then you have to be very careful where all the air is put into the stove from that little motor is right down in front here. So you don't want your ash to build up inside or all your wood to be at the front of the stove. You want to kind of keep it pushed back. So typically I use the big stirring stick. Keep the stuff pushed back. There are grates on the bottom that you just every now and then when you can stir it, you stir it so all the ash goes through the grates, and then there's a clean out on the back, which I'll show you. You just kind of just make sure everything is good. Now you just add wood. You can just pull a piece. If you're heating with just this system, you want to fill it as much as you can get in it. Because with temperatures the way it is right now, around 0, if you're heating with just this system, you'll have to check this morning and night. If you're substituting a wood stove inside, this would do it for overnight in this kind of temperature, keeping both of them running. You just close it up.
Turn off the light.
And turn off the light, and it's operating by itself. Now, with the stove, adding water